Welcome to the welcome to the live. Welcome to the live. Thank you for being here this evening. Welcome, and many welcome. Please come in as you're coming. Welcome, Sal and Derek. Armendez. Welcome. Thank you for being here. Are you hearing me anyhow? Millie, welcome. How are you all? How are you doing? Hello, big up. Ryan, welcome. MD, welcome. Thank you for being here. Welcome. Big up. This is how they said it in Jamaica, land we love. Big up. Big up every one of you. The Rasta man say, Irie. Is there any Rasta on here this evening? Is any Rasta believer, Ryan Spencer? Um, you know what the Rasta man say? Hail, my friend. Irie. Yes, daughter. K.I. Cora. That's what the Rasta man would have said, you know. Love, daughter. So they greet you in a lot of ways. They greet you love, Irie, big up. No, them don't say big up. They don't say big up. Let me go back to how they greet you. Yes, brother. Irie, one love. And what again? What again? Let me remember how they do it again. And the man in the street said, big up. Up. So you ever met upon a Rasta man and tell you, one love, brother, one love. Welcome to everyone that is coming on this evening. I welcome you. For those that are out of my time zone, thank you for your support. Thank you for your love. Thank you for your kindness. Those that are here, I thank you for your support. I thank you for your love. I thank you for your kindness. I thank you for subscribing to the channel. Yes, it's gratitude I give my gratitude. Thank you very much. How was all of you day today? How was your day? Over on this side was not that hot. We had a little shield over the sun, so it wasn't that hot. Comparing to the day before and the day before and the day before. So we thank the Lord for that. You know, that, that the heat was, you put some water on it. You put some water. All right, good. Yeah, the heat was like, it was pinching into your skin, man. And when the time is that hot, you know what happened after. There are people falling over from heat wave, heat strokes, and these things. So we give God thanks that it wasn't that bad. Everything was good, and it was very bearable today. It wasn't unbearable. So thank God for that. Anyhow, I thank you for coming in, and my topic tonight is the farmers. Would when anyone on the channel would choose farming for their career, you gave me your answers. Is anyone on the channel would choose farming for their career? He said, this is my career. I am going into farming. Would anyone choose farming for your career? I'm giving you the questions and you just say the answer and I will see the answer appear on the screen. And you might ask the question, what kind of farming? But what kind of produce would you like to farm to put out there? Okay? So give an answer, write the answer. Would you choose farming for your career? And while we go along, you will know the reason why I asked it. I asked it for many reasons to know if you would choose farming for your career. Hi, Clary. Hi, hello, how are you? Would you choose farming for your career? This is my career job. This is what I want to do. Farming would be that number one pick. Put it in put it in the section. I see the answer came on up here on the screen. Think about it. You notice everybody is going for a doctor, a nurse, teacher, policeman, soldier, engineer, and you name it, go up the ladder. Hardly you heard person says, I want to be a farmer. So put it in there. And I'm going to ask some other question pertaining to the farming. Would you choose farming for your career path? You chose farming for your career path and chose the crops that you would love to farm, to produce, selling it on the market, where the market is, where the money rolls. Yeah, chose farming for your career. Put it in the comment section. Answer me, and I will see your answer. Just give me a few seconds. Get my cooling systems. Get my cooling systems up. Okay. All right. Let me get right into it. I just give you the question, so put the answer there. Give me the answer. Would you choose farming your career path? That's your job. That's where you're going to earn some money from. Farming. Yes. All right. The bite of the evening for this evening is don't leave anything for later. That's the bite of the evening for this slide. Don't leave anything for later. For later, oh, the coffee gets cold. Later, you lose interest. Oh, it's not interesting though. I don't feel like going again. Okay? Later, people grow old. Later, life goes by. Later, you regret not doing something when you had the chance. Later, you regret not doing some things, and you did have the chance to do it. Later, the coffee gets cold. The enthusiasm that you have before to go to the movie, to go to college, to fine tune your career, because it's wait so long, You look across and you say, I can't bother with that, I'm going to do something else. Later, it's danger. Leave nothing for later. That's procrastination. Do it now while you have the time on your hand. Left nothing for later. Danger. Later. Later you lose all interest in what you're going to do. And you were so hyper about getting such things done. Later. And you know what? When you went to undo all of this, one of the big fat regrets came. Things not done now, left for later. It is called never done. And you regret it. You had all the time to do it. Yeah. One of my daughter, after she was going to school, and she was not one of that fast snap your finger student. She was one of the students. She learns much slower. Not slow, but remember, you have different grades of student. Some is at the snap of your finger, some they are just that fast. She was not in that type of fast lane. But let me tell you something. If you don't pull up your socks, she took her own sweet time and passed you along the way and reached the finishing line. So when she started to go to higher learning, which she started pretty young, yeah, we talk every night. I always encouraging her. And she's like, Mommy, I don't feel like I want to do it. The work is hard. I have to study. She get up and she go to class, and then what she was doing special. So the type of student she would have had to deal with. And I said to her, my encouragement to her, you never won a race until you get to the finishing line. Stop in the middle of the race, you don't win. You never win. You can't say might have win, but I stopped. No. Brace yourself, move it on to the finishing line. When you get to the finishing line, so you don't watch those that are going fast, they pass you and they're going, and when they pass you, you're saying, oh my God, I don't look like I can make it. See there, they pass me. Be like the hedgehog. Take your own time. Run your speed, not another man or woman speed. That is what some of the time captured us in life for the worst reason. Because we are watching the other person's speed and not using our speed. And every evening I would have said that to her. So she can't do it without telling me, I'm tired. I want to sleep. Ah. Go sleep. Get some rest. When you're going back to study, put your thing of water right beside you. And I also said to her, when you have finished and you land a good job, anything you want to do with your money when you work it, do it. If you bought a plane and just flew all around the world, do it. If you want to take your money and just carry it and throw it into the sea, do it. You know why? You have worked for it. You have earned it. So, at that time, you won't see the pressure of the schoolwork. You will see the joy and the sweetness of the money that you work. Nobody can talk to you about your money. Nobody can say, I gave you $1, so what did you do with that dollar? No. You do what pleases you. It's yours. And I use those words. And she picked them up. Yeah. And when she graduated, I sat and I looked at her and I smiled. She landed a job. And by the time she finished her probation period, she actually moved up. Yeah. And this is a girl that she don't talk much. When she opened her mouth to talk, she captured the attention of everyone. She don't talk much. And she uses the same thing on her students. My mother said, my mother used to tell me, my mother, yes. I said, look at it. Just stop and look at it. Sometimes you really like throw a bloody book aside and just keep running. Well, what are you going to do? And when she was supposed to go in, I said to her, I don't want to hear that I am going to wait. You have just graduated from high school. And if you waited 1 month, 2 months, 3 months, you're not going to want to go to college. You're going to want to go to university, because that drive that you have to enter into a next institution, it takes time and dwindled away. So listen to me, you are just out of high school and you are just now going right in. Don't even put your foot on the brake pedal. You keep driving. And she did all that. She came out very successful. Very, very successful. So, left nothing for later. Because if she had said, okay, let me take a few months breeze out. You know what a few months breeze out can do? You're not sick. Nothing is wrong with you. We applied for the highest institution. The amount of time you get is until the time they call you. And you went for interview. And you pick up your things. And the money paid. It's time for you to continue your journey. She did. And uh, she did. She did. So I am saying to you, for the bite of the week, left nothing for later. Even if you're not going to school, you are adult, you have things to do, do not leave nothing for later. Things you can do now, get it done now. Time wasted, never again. So, okay, you're in a job and there are promotions there. Look at the promotion, and if you are not fully equipped that they can promote you into the slot that they have, go get the rest of what you are to get and be fully equipped that when they put up the promotion, your handwriting, your script will be the first one to land on that desk. Yeah. So left nothing for later. Even eating. Sometimes you say, I'm not really ready to eat yet, let me wait. Sometimes by the time you're waiting, somebody knock at your door. And of course, it reached the point that you either share your food or you give them everything. Left nothing. What can be done today? Do it now. Today. This month. This week. Get it done. That's the bite of the week. The bite of the day. And these are words of encouragement to you. Because I like to see people move. I like to see people moving on. Yes, I love it. I encourage everyone with whatever simple words I can use. I encourage them to keep moving on, keep going on. All right. So that's the bite of the week, and that is my word of encouragement to the young, to the old, to the middle age, whatever age you are not too old, you are not too young. Although I'm not supposed to be having some young over here, not for children. Good. Happy birthday to those that are celebrating their birthday today, yesterday, and going on. Surprisingly, the time moves so fast, so quickly. Before you snap your finger, the month is finished. We are in the month of July. Before you know it, we are in the month of July. Can you imagine? The year is going pretty fast. Pretty fast. My phone needs to charge. My. I don't think anybody will call by the time I get there. All right. I asked the question, is there anyone on the live would have chosen farming to make their money? Nobody want to answer that question? No one wants to be touching the soil. Every food that went on your plate is from the earth. Every food. The only food that may not came from the earth is the one that they went into the lab and make. Oh, let's say they clone it then. But every food that went in your stomach is from the earth, from the water, from the earth. Now, we'll speak little on farming. But I really want to pull up some pictures. The farmer, there are people who went to college, and you call that the agriculture college, to learn about plants, the time when plants, certain crops must be planted, the time when they should reap, the time when they should not be planted, the type of crops that are planted at certain season. Now, in the years that is gone, there was no college, no university that the farmers then went to. There was none. But they studied the time and the season. 4 seasons of the year. And they studied those 4 seasons of the year. What to be planted this time, until some bright scholar came up with the McDonald Almanac. Maybe most of you here may be young, don't know what an almanac is like. The other day I said to one of these twins in here about almanac, and they didn't know what I'm talking about. Almanac? I said, yes, almanac. Those words are not used in school. We don't know that word. I said, okay. So I went and get something and I showed it to him. So the bright scholar, who also we call the astrologer, who studied the moon, and tell you today is not your lucky day. Oh, you will have a friend that you will see turn up unexpectedly. And they tell you all kind of things. And there are people who believe in, what do you call it? In that every morning they listen to their horoscope. So there are people who really believe in the horoscope. So therefore you have these people who studied, and that is long after. You know, people plant sugarcane, coconut, banana, yam, plantain, cocoa, dasheen, all the edibles, peas, all the grains. They plant them, and they studied the time and the season in which to plant. The month of last month, June, persons wouldn't plant. There are something can plant, but majority of the crops, you can plant them. Why? In the month of May, there's a rain that falls. Um, some people call it the acid rain. The things you planted, they grow up and look so nice coming up. And when that rain fell on them, everything scorched, burnt down as if you run fire through the field. So you have some things nobody plants. They plant it after going to the end of May into June. So this were all the farmers study to plant. So those nice yam and thing you look on, they cut the yam, the part that the sprout from, they call that the yam head. That is cut and put down for planting. And then the not the very small yam, but you have small yam, because you have to have something that grows down. Hello, Amar, how are you? How to be a farmer? I will teach you how to be a farmer. Thank you, Omar, while I say what I understand from it. Right? So they cut that part of the yam, which is called the yam head, and they select those and put them down for that day of planting. They did the banana the same way, the plantain the same way, the cocoa the same way. They would have trimmed them up, and they have their season when they plant them. Omar, would you choose farming for your career? Yeah. Ask my question. Give me your answer. It will come up there. But some persons, you hear they speak about every other job opportunity, every career path. You don't hear they talking about being a farmer. Yeah. Because some person says it's people that cannot read will do farming. Let me tell you something. It's the biggest mistake you have ever made. Is the worst insult you can ever heard. That is the worst insult you can hurl to anyone. Because farming, the ones that do not go to school, as I said, you have the agriculture college, first time, long time, older time, there was not such. There wasn't such. But you have people now who went to the agriculture school to learn to do farming. Then persons weren't doing that. And would their crop would have been bountiful. Oh, you wouldn't farm watermelon. Okay, no problem. You have you have farmers who specialize in crops that they farm. Some of the crops, they had reason because like you plant coconut, a coconut start bearing within 5 years. A banana, I think within 9 months. Planting also. Sugar cane, you can sell to the factories and all. So there are people who specialize in what they farm. And you notice I put a carrot there, a carrot farmer. Now, They get their crop, and this is what they make their millions from. This is where everything that we have, it came from the earth. Especially if you are doing importing, exporting. So you're sending your goods to sell abroad. In our country, the United States bought crops from us. Banana used to come straight out of Jamaica. Now they're they're doing backside, which they were doing that a long time. You have the farmer who decided to plant only grains. Peas, gungo peas, which you call pigeon peas, red pea, name the peas. Every pea, they plant them. You have the farmer that farm ganja. Can I say ganja on here? I hope yeah. We don't have cannabis in Jamaica. We have ganja. You go there and ask about cannabis, they look at you very strange. Right? So you have those type of farmers. Hot pepper and cabbage, yes. Sugar cane, almost everything that we ate. And I will pause to say, this singer Chanel Muir, she make a song and it make many rounds. And this song is called In the Woman Yamhead. When I first heard that song, I laughed. You know why I laugh? Because the song singer and the songwriter, who is the same person, do not know what is yamhead. And persons use that and say, oh, that the woman a yamhead. Hello. I was hoping one day to meet her before she pull out of the artist thing. To let her know what is yamhead. Yamhead is where you planted to get a next crop of yam. That is the part where the sprout is, and you will see the food of the yam where it stops and where you can cut it. If you should eat the yam head, it doesn't really eat as the food part of it, because the food, the yam came up, full out itself and stop right there. It's very amazing to see it. Yeah. I bought a piece of yam up over here, and when it have a small head, and when I cut onto it, yeah man, goat soup. Have you had goat soup? I was raised on a farm, you know. Yeah. My people, one set of my people, and almost all of the McCormacks, they are farmers. They love the earth. That's where their wealth came from, the earth. Yeah, man, I ate goat. Not the head, I don't like goat head. And I'll tell you why. I don't like goat head. So, before I know what I know, they would cook and I would have it. And they say what your eyes don't see, your heart won't leap. Good. Until when your eyes see it, then you need it no more. So the singer Chanel, what is her name? Nior. I said, this girl don't know what they're talking about. You call it woman yamhead? They are healthy then. They are really in good stand. because Yamed give you fruit, food. That's what the Yamed, you put it in the earth, that's what it does. Yeah, you know, things like that. So, yeah, I just stopped to pop that part in. So the farmer. Now when you talk about farming is not an easy work. You went into the market and you saw those lovely onions, escallion, garlic, yam, name all the things that came from the earth. It's not easy. A lazy person cannot do farming. But if they are a supervisor, they're going to have to know about the work. They have to know about the job. They have to know what is what. So a farm, a, um, a supervisor, a farmer, supervisor, farmer, whichever way we want to put it, have to know. You just can't just walk over and just know. You have to know that you are planting the thing the right way. But yes, persons who do not love the dirt and is lazy cannot be a farmer, because it's not pen and paper that. First, you have to prepare your land. First, you have to know the type of land and what you're going to put in there, what crop you're going to put there. Secondly, you have to prepare the land. And you cannot prepare the land, and as you prepare the land, you throw the food in there. You had to clean up that land, get out the bush, get out the weeds out of the way, dug the earth. So whether you are going to use a tractavator to do it, and first time people, they use a fork, a 4-teeth ground fork. That's what they use. And they would jam their fork, rock it, and break the earth. So one spot would have get 2 strike, rock it until they get tease the earth. Carrot. The pretty carrot that you're looking on there. If you are a carrot farmer, and if you're selecting your carrot seed yourself without go and purchase the carrot seed, it took you nice time to select the good carrot seed. And that is what happened in every planting. If you are looking the banana sucker to plant, you have to look the nice bulky ones, that when you plant them and they break out, you will be having healthy banana tree coming up. So you can't look no little wishy-washy anything for plant. So you're going to spend some money to do your planting. I am a cultivator. I am a farmer. You got to spend some money. You have to employ people to work. You have to have your crop that you're going to, your seedlings that you're going to put in ready. You have to know the time when to do this. For instance, coffee. You would be planting coffee in the month of August. Your coffee seedling should be already ready. And you know the month and the date of August that you're going to put in your coffee. All right, I hear you. Right? So you have to prepare the seedlings, you have to prepare them. You have to know the time when you put in certain type of crop. Okay? Okay, you do that. So we get back to the carrot. The carrot, when you prepare the land for the carrot, you have to tease that dirt. That dirt have to be able, when you take it up, it's like dust. Preparing a carrot field. It have to be like the dust. So you have to go through, if they plow that land, you have to go through, that land will have to be plowed 2 or 3 times, cutting up all the lump of dirt. Then they went in with whatever that part of the equipment is, and they do that. Then you went in now, because now this is where you have to get active. You went in with your teaser fork thing. Yeah, you can use the cow manure, right? You have to went in and see to it, and then you are making, they call it the bed. So you heap up the dirt, or not bed, the furrow. You have to make your furrow. So you heap up, and this is one furrow in. You heap, and this is another furrow in. And you have to let that remain there for a little. Now you cannot sow, they call it sow. Plant is when you dug the earth and drop the seed in it. The carrot is sow, you sow that carrot. Onion, the same thing. Garlic, those are, you sow them. Right? So and you can't do it if it's gonna be raining, a rainy season, you can't do that. When you put the seeds in, those seeds will be drowned and washed away. So your timing in planting carrots have to be directly sun, because carrot loves sun. The pretty orange color that you're looking on your carrot, the sunlight. And if you should break one of those carrots to eat it, it is so sweet. You would have thought, people don't know that carrot is sweet, you know. Some persons don't know. So they do carrot juice, they dump a lot of sweetness in it. Carrot in itself is sweet. It's nice, having the amount of sugar that it should have. Right? So you do all that. And when the time comes for you to do the carrot seed, you put in the manure, yeah. While you're doing that, you put in your manure. The manure had to go in the dirt, and you turn it over and over and over and over, mix it in properly, and then you make your furrow. Sowing your carrot now, you have to get some fine sun, because carrot seed is very small. So you have to have some sun. The fine, you call it like it's the rendering sun. For those that do building know what sun I'm talking about. And mix the carrots seed with the sun. The sun is the one that is going to go with the carrot seed and land them here. So you stand up right here, and you get your hand or whatever, and you shoots down the lane. Everything is not going to be dropping same place. Hello. right? Everything is not going to be falling at the same place. So yes, after your carrots being sold, some persons covers them with plastic. You call it the flint, because guess what? As small as those seeds are, the birdies went there and will find every seed. So some person use that flint over them. And when they break out, they remove that plastic flint from over them. So when it started to grow, you have your next job cut out for you. So this is where you have to have more hands when you're doing farming, cultivating. You have to have hands. Now you have to have somebody who is going to go through that carrot and all the little grass that grew up. You gotta pick them out from they are small. You can't allow the carrot to grow up with the grass, because guess what? If you left the grass there, it is going to grow big and cover the carrots, and you get little and nothing, because the grass stifles the carrot. The grass shun the sunlight from the carrot, so enough breeze, enough oxygen, what it is to get, it's not getting it. So yes, you have to have couple workers now, 10 people or maybe 5, still depending on the amount that you have, maybe 100 person too, right? So they have to go through that carrot meticulously and clear up. You want me to be your supervisor? It sounds like I knew what I'm talking about. So you either go through now and timely, so you can't use a machete in there. This is all done with not even a small knife can't use. Some persons use a small stick, but the grass would be young, so it's easy for your hand to uproot them. So when you sit and you look at this carrot bed going all down there, and it looks so nice, it is work. Yeah, Mexican work good and work hard. And Brazilians too, you know. And the Asians work good too. And Asian mean to work the work. Yeah, they work good. Right? So the next you look, you saw those lovely carrots. Then it's still not stopped there. When the reaping time comes, you had to get people to reap the carrots. When the reapers, you have to get somebody to wash the carrot. So unless you have this big thing that do the washing for you, somebody have to be there to clean up the carrot. Some persons cut the leaves from the carrot, and carrot leaves is good to eat. And then all those little string you saw on the carrot, those have to be trimmed off. Package it. Send it into the supermarket or the market, wherever. And here you go. Pick up your tray of carrots. Pretty and nice. Full of vitamins. Was properly grown in the sun, where it pulls its vitamin D and the other carotene from the earth, from the element. So next time you saw a carrot in the supermarket. Think of the I'm going to tell you something about the smoking too. There's a food, the one we call cassava. In the Spanish world, they call it, what's the name of it? Yeah. Oh my God. I forgot the other Spanish, the name for it there. Yeah, it's a Y name it starts with. They call it cassava. You have the bitter cassava and you have the sweet cassava. There are two types of cassava. You gotta know them. Right? So the next time you walk in the store and you're looking on these lovely carrots, it took time, it took energy, it took love to bring it out. Yes. So then, when you make your money from your carrot, man, you're feeling good. I posted a carrot. It's a real farm. It's a real farm. The carrot is real carrot. You can see that it was just uprooted, and the carrots have like shaped like a foot with toes. So the little carrot knobs them on it look like toes, and the farmer hold it in his hands like that. If you go on my page, you will see that. Let me say that that earth was so rich that even the shape of a foot was taken with that carrot, and it sits there. Yeah. So sometimes the plants give us some, you know. So the next time your vitamin D that you bought in the bottle and the carotene for your eyes and whatever, it is this process that it went through. It is good for you, and it is good for the person who plant. It's good for the pocket because it brings you money. For the persons that are plant cultivating, doing farming, they will have an overseas market, or they have their market where they go and market their things. But farming is not just a cool drink of water. You will, for you to start seeing something from farming very quickly, you have to do something you call a catch crop. In these overseas, they call them winter crop. In Jamaica, we call it catch crop. And that catch crop is like pumpkin, callaloo, red peas, pop choy, pepper, and something else, something else, something else, something else, something else. I don't think it's beetroot. Why? The callaloo took you 6 weeks, and less than 6 weeks to start cutting. The pumpkin took you like 2 months from run off bearing and reaping. It is like 2 to 3 months. Red peas, 4 weeks. That's a month the first time. Weeks, not months, weeks. The pumpkin, by 4 weeks, by a month or two, you start reaping pumpkin. The callaloo, within 6 weeks, you can reap a ton of callaloo. And by the time you finish, you start have to reap again. Okra. Okra took you a month or two, and you have to reap okra every day, especially if you have a lot that you planted. So we call that catch crop. Catch crop in the sense that by the time those are coming in, you are reaping and you are selling. You can't use corn for catch crop. Corn took 9 months to reach its potential. Beer, ready to eat. 9 months. Right? Banana, 9 months. Coconut, 5 years. So you couldn't use those. Ackee, it took you about a year or so before your ackee start bearing. You made pumpkin whiskey. That's supposed to be good. I do other things with pumpkin, but not whiskey. That's supposed to be good. Yeah. Right? So, farming and everything that is in the earth, it is good for you. Rice. You know that rice, for all the person who know how rice grow, they know that rice grow in swampy places. Oh my goodness. And you know you go in all those swampy places. So you gotta got your long water boot. And when you're going to reap is another thing. Wheat that we get the flour from. Everything. Cornmeal. It's from the corn. Also, the cornstarch is from the eye of the corn that have the starch. Right? Now you talk about a lot of things, a lot that persons would have made quick money from. Quick money, enough money, plenty money, millions of dollars. Guess what that one is? The great marijuana. So as I said, persons choose what they want to cultivate. There are persons said, I will plant the marijuana because from the tree grow up like this and they start to bud it and it's spreading and it's going on and it's going on. They started to cut, they started to dry, and persons are right there to buy. Yeah, many travel from overseas to go find the good ganja to buy. So you have the ganja farmer too. Are they rich? Damn it, they are. They make money. It sells all over the place. How they get it out, don't ask me. But it is get out of the country, it goes in other country and people. Plus, it is used in the laboratory. It's used for medicine. Yes. So that type of farming, you have a lot of men will go in that farming. They will have hectares of land. Because guess what? They start counting the chickens before they hatch. Because if I planted 1 acre, this is the amount that is going to be yield from it. I will be getting 8, 10, $20 million from out of that. And that is just what I am saying from an 8 acre. It's far more than that. Because the way of how they sold it. So you have that type of farming. And that type of farming calls for dedication as well. As much as the other crops that you plant need attention, nice, good attention. Yes. that vegetable matter needed attention. And when you give it the attention it needs, you heal from it. Good healing. So yes, in my country, there's a lot of those farmers there. They have their market set out for them. You know, sometimes you see them look like they're porting, and they're really porting. And I think some of the time, some of the people who came out stretch out their hands and begging. They would go on and plant some of that. They wouldn't be begging. Don't think it's so easy though. You have the government on your heel. So if somebody went and report your field, you know how that goes. They went in and they cut every single one to the ground. And if that's not enough, they burnt it. But sometimes when persons went and do their report, the person who they report is not one field they have. So okay, this one is the one you are looking on. But I have one 10 times bigger than that to reap my money. Okay? So farming, now that you heard of some of the crop, would you go to school, get your subjects, do you, and go into farming? To all who is in the hearing of my voice, farming is why people is still alive. You cannot, the world cannot go without food. Your country cannot go without food. When they don't have enough food, they have to source it from other countries. It, it, it is always illegal, but that doesn't stop the growing of it. It's always illegal. When they can't manage, they brought it down and said, okay, you can only have like three plants in your yard. Yeah. 3 plants in your yard. That's where they brought it down to. But that which one of those men you think is going to go plant 3 ganja tree into them yard? The tree, that 3 trees, can earn you a little cash, Depends on how they bear. And remember, the seeds are sold most of the time differently. So it's seed out and and they and they the seeds are sold differently. Don't matter how much illegal, my dear. People find a way to do it. I went to Canada, and I'll call the country Canada. And there was a nation there that was doing his farming. You know where he farmed it? To me, they bought that house. That's my assumption about it. Because they're not actually, well, they have came to the country from whatever time. And they removed every partition in the house. Yeah. Dug the floor up. So you just have the outside walls there. And all of that else was filled with ganja. And when I was in Canada, they said that free ganja. Oh, they took off the banner off it. I came to this very country. And I went to other places. I went to places and I saw big field of it.
How are you? I haven't seen you copy of a day.
Let me get this
There's the next lady at
the
the
stocking out.
there's more than one person from the UK that are sweet. And I'm giving a
There are
shout
so
out.
many
And
too many
I'm
things
wondering if
happening
you
right
went to the
here.
hospital too. So maybe eat the fat of the razor claw. A big shout
Oh
out to razor
Jesus,
claw.
what
Yes,
is
I do.
this today?
Welcome, welcome, welcome. I don't know if your side of the neck will be good or hot. It is burn. Trust me when I tell you. And the degrees
I have too much
is
things
more than
running right here,
yesterday.
so it's disturbing
It's
what I am
almost
doing right
about
here.
100 and you name it degrees. So we are having, oh, there's so many things sometimes in my mind, about these seeds. So, Stevie Day, oh, Stevie boy, how you doing, Stevie boy?
I don't know
Yes,
where
it's
this
so
is
new,
coming
Stevie
from,
boy.
but
I'm not expecting you to be sleeping all the while. I expect when them,
okay, close that down. Yes, Omar. Okay, and they make their money, but you have the runnings with the cops. The government is off to you. They're off to you. Yeah, the government is always after you. So you have different type of different type of cultivating things, different type of farmers. The last one I call, you will not see that one on the billboard to say farming. Good. That one is not going to be on the billboard. And saying that, I realize that people do not recognize farming. They don't recognize farmers either. Now you have some people, we in Jamaica, we plant a lot of coffee. When you when you get to the Blue Mountain, that's why you see even coffee coming from other places. It named Blue Mountain Coffee. They use the name of Jamaica and Jamaica things to sell their goods. And Jamaica sits stupidly and don't even submit and charge them for using their thing, their name. Oh, okay. So I think also too, because the all the partition is being pulled out, so you will be looking on it and you say that's a house. But that's a different thing going on in there, right? I think because the walls, because you know Canada is cold, and that was the first thing I wonder, how even in the cold they get these things doing the way they're doing. You know, I wonder, but I sort of figure out for myself that the way to keep them, yeah, I think they use those lamps and things. So everybody know that that's the quick money. It's not no £1 I am, £2 I am, or a parcel of carrot and things. No, when somebody say, I need a pound of that thing there, you're talking about some cash. So if a pound is weighed out to you, the cash looks good. Yeah. There are some young people in our country, young boys, young boys all me they put to shame. Believe you me, man, they put all me to shame. But because If I go into it, yes, I will come out like that then. But I would have to link with one of those, that those hardened ones. They have the marketeers, so and you can, yeah, yeah. You have people have boats dock out there, so yeah, man, and things moving. But you make sure you come in with your money, and because people is unfair and is not honest, that's where you found the high end on the hips have to go with you because they want to come and take your things and sail off in the ocean. So $1 million. Shoop, 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 shoop. And we don't need any check either. Chip, 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 chip. 10. Chip, 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 chip. 20. Chip, chip. Until we reach that amount. So you say, okay, this is it. Sit right there. Take up your load. And they walk away because guess what? Because they are unfair and dishonest. If they stand there with it, they have their iron on their hips too. They will slay the person, took back the money, and took the goods. Pirate! A lot of pirate, they pirate the thing. So people will still do it, but it is on the tight ropes. Okay? So we speak about everything that you farm. You have people on the plant mint because they have a market for mint. Some the sugar cane. You have the factory where the sugar cane being sold. And that nice J. and Neville rum that you are drinking, that is right where it came from. The sugar cane. Yes. So for persons that did not know that these things do exist and this is where it came from, yes. Some people say they're doing cattle farming, so they just farm cattle. Some is just goat farmers. They farm their goat because they are looking how they will get some money and get. Gonna sell a cow. A cow is being sold for $300,000 or $500,000. Oh, 500,000! I didn't have any money this morning, and I sold a cow for $500,000. I'm $500,000 richer. And if that person have 20 head of cow ready to, and by the time you sold one for $300,000 and $500,000, somebody else, the butcher, is coming to take the meat to the market, is coming to buy, 2 cows, 3 cows. So, in doing farming, this is how people look at how they're doing farming. So they don't just go skipping and running around. You will have a farmer that farm more than one thing, two, three different crops, because he has the market for it. In Jamaica, we farm a lot of sweet potato at some side of Jamaica. And you have market for that. That is being sold to the ship. You have a next side of Jamaica that plant the best Irish potato. Real sunlight. Big nice potato them. Nice. But one of the thing with our country, our government do some real nonsensical things. You know? And the things he did, it hurt the small farmers. Yeah. Hurt the small farmers. Tomato farmers have tomatoes. A spoil in the field. No sale. No market. Because like everybody plant tomato at the same time. How long you think tomato take come in? 2 or 3 weeks, not 2 weeks, but 3 or 4 weeks. You're having ripe tomatoes, you know. What our government don't do is open up the market, right? Open up the market. There's one time when this country came to Jamaica and said they are to farm aloe vera. And if people didn't farm aloe vera, they didn't do anything. And the aloe vera stay in the field and spoil. Grow, spoil. They have never came and purchased the aloe vera. Right? So doing farming, let me say, it could be a gambling because sometimes you lose and sometimes you make abundant. Sometimes you may have high wind and it damage your crops. You know? So you would lose there. Very little you make. But farming is important. You feed the nation. I think it's in Isaiah. It says, the man who till the soil never grow hungry. Oh, so true. The man who till the soil never grow hungry. What is wrong with these phones tonight? Yeah, sure I plug these phones in and they're all die. They're all out of charge. Wow. Eh? So when you are a farmer, you fed the entire world. You fed the nation. But people look down on a farmer, scorn the farmer, because you cannot wear jacket and tie go to farm, go to bush. You gotta have to put on something that match the bush. And from your not in jacket and tie, they look down on farmers and say, "I dunce people do farming." But the dunce persons provide food for you, the educated one, to eat. And those are real insults to our farmers. Real insults. Right? You know, I don't appreciate it. And I heard people talk like that and I took them on about it. Don't do it. Don't do it. Yeah, yeah, I want to tell you something. You can take up Jamaica about 10 times drop into Haiti. 80 is a big country and Haiti is a rich country. Is other countries mash up Haiti and bring Haiti to what it is. Haiti is a rich country. Yeah. Big country, rich country. A lot of things is at Haiti. But when you don't know, you don't know. You don't know, you don't know. Yeah, man, Haiti do a lot of things. But this other country went into Haiti, robbed them of their wealth, and turned around want to, you know, and then I don't know. I don't know what disaster took Haiti in so many different ways. Yeah. So farming next time you saw, I have a poem. It is written by the Banana Man. All my phones are dead. All my phones are died. No. Let me see what this one look like. This one look like it is not so much dead. Let me see what is happening with it. Is there anyone on the, I put out a question. Is there anyone who would have chosen farming for their career path? This is where you're going to make your money from. This is what I want to do. You left school with all your subjects. You have gone to tertiary institution. Oh, and at one time you think you want to be a doctor, but you change along the route and say you want to be a farmer. Is there anyone like that? Or we look at it and said, farming? No, not me. My hands won't get dirty. I am not into the khaki clothes them going to work. Going to no, 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 no. In Jamaica you have women. You would like to see their farm. Yeah. They are on top of things. And they're not working for anybody, they are working for themselves. We, but I'm trying to find something on this phone here. It's only Omar one would do farming, except farming melon. You don't like melon. Omar, you don't like melon. What melon have done you? Yes, so I want us to pull up your. I think I will have to put that out to show, you know, showcase our farmers. Respect every person that do farming. Putting in the food that we can go to the market for those that are not. We can go onto the market and we can pick up a nice piece of yam. For those that do fishing for their career, big up to all of you. It's not nice, it's not easy to go out there and catch the fish and to brought it to land, put it in the store for we to get it. It's not an easy job. So there is nothing you did. You have persons that do fish farming as well. I don't like the fish farming fish because guess what? Those fish are, I like the deep water. I like fish from the sea or from the real river. Yeah. Either from the sea or from the river, you know? So, thumbs up, big up to all of these people that put in these work. And sometimes people saw them and decided to hurt them. When they're finished, they have to get good shower and get themselves, you know. And if they put on their nice attire, if they're attired nicely and go on the street, you would know that they are not one of those office men. They are farmers. And they are doing their farming. They farm for their lively bread. This is what give them their living. Okay, so next time you see a farmer, hats off to them because it's no easy job for you to do farming, especially some kind of crops that you farm. Vegetables, vegetable is so delicate. You gotta know when, you gotta know them, you gotta nurture them. Oh yeah. Cabbage, you plant a cabbage, you have to keep molding the cabbage for the cabbage get out of the earth and start forming. The leaves start, you gotta start molding and molding and molding. Yes. So thank you very much for being on the farm with me this evening. The the supervisor for the farm this evening is none other than Omar. He was the one that did the supervising this evening on the farm. So thank you for being on the farm with me, and I hope you are informed about other things that you didn't know. You saw it, but you don't know it come by, right? And everything take a process. It's a process. People are leaving Jamaica to work in the United States to pick apple, pick string bean, pick what again? Orange, what again? Well, I don't know. The big farmers, they get them over to do reaping and another set to do planting. To what is happening, I don't know if that is still on the market, that they can come and work in this country and don't ask the work they said is hard. They know that the work is hard, but at home they will work and can take their rest and eat and whatever. When they work here, they said, they don't work you like they think you have feelings, you know. So, but anyhow, hats off to all the farmers, big farmers, little farmers, tiny farmers. Hats off to you, because when you have something that you can reap from your garden and eat, what is so nice and filling? That is so good. You can look at it and say, I have planted these. Yes, Omar, I see that you're a big farmer. It look like you farm cow and goat too. But you know all about the cow manure and thing. Keep it up, my friend. Keep it up. Keep it up. Feed the world. Feed the world. Because the earth does it for us. All right? It's a pleasure. Thank you very much for being here with me and being on the farm with me this evening. And we walk through the many crops that we, you know, and it's the same process, the farmer and the farming work that he have to do in order to make his money. And he decided not to work for anyone. I am not going into no office. I am not doing this. I am going to farm. And you have farming fowl too, you know. You have people grow fowl, a lot of fowl and sell chickens them that you went into the store and pick up. It's coming from somebody's cob. They do big fowl farming. Yes. So look here. It's a pleasure. Thank you very much for being here. Thank you, Omar. Thank you for all the others, those that have not participated, but you are here and you are listening. I thank you very much. It's a joy and a pleasure for your support. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Another day or a next evening, we will touch something else. We will go on the farm and look. So, don't say you hear it that you can't go and farm your cannabis. People been farming it. People been, things been going for them. One thing I can tell you, if you're going to farm such vegetable matter, according to how the law would have stated it, vegetable matter, if you want to leave it up for somebody to do it, that's a capital no. Don't do it. You won't get anything. Anything you alone can't do. And when and you pay people to work, don't bother with it. They will go there and they will steal it. Yeah. All right. Thank you very much. Remember, love yourself. Love, love, love yourself. Because if you don't love yourself, nobody won't love you the way you will love yourself. They will love you in half and half, but tell you, the best love is when you love yourself. Care for yourself. Yes, that's the best love you can give is to yourself. Okay? Look at yourself and appreciate yourself. Look at yourself and I need a nice pair of shoes. I need to look after yourself. Okay? Thank you very much. This is your host for the most. This is Aquarian channel. Tuning out now. And this is your host for the most. God bless you. God keep all of you. And see me again. Please turn on your notification that you will able to see. Touch the bell, turn on your notification. Turn on your notification. Thank you very much. Um, Dream 44, love you. Thank you, Dream 44. Thank you very much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So next evening we will go on the farm and see what we did not touch on the farm. And I will tell you more about the great over here, they sophisticated and call it the cannabis. In Jamaica they call it huh, a rough name. Yeah. But a lot. I want to tell you something before I go. There are some young persons there, young boys, going to school. And if they took you and said, "You saw that house up there, that's my house. Those are my cars." Young boys, I mean, you all me them make look bad. Work for government and work for here and work for there, all me them make look bad. They just plant their ganja, their kunjer, mm-hmm, have sale for it. And they bought their little property. And they, honestly, I'm telling you, if you go on the North Coast, if you went on the North Coast, all right, all right. If you went on the North Coast, man, I tell you, so that's why I told you, person who said you have to hide. So it is illegal, they said. Well, tell you, people found the legality to plant, sell, and look after themselves, you know? Yeah. So thank you very much. I have to run. Next evening we will probe the farm and look. Anywhere you saw a farmer, respect him. Lift your hat off to him. It's not dance people because people have that to say. Oh, people who dance to farming. Oh. You have to be well equipped in your brain to do farming. If not, you'll farm fool and farm for nothing. Thank you very much. Yes, I know you listen to me all night. All right. Thank you, thank you, thank you. For those that have just subscribed to the channel, thank you for subscribing. Remember to turn on your notification bell that when I came on, you can know. And when I put a video out there, you will know. You will be first to see it. I think I may have to be looking for some whatever what YouTube said to do. But I'll get to that one of the time. Okay? Thank you very much. It's a pleasure to have you. Thank you. Peace out. Good night, good day, good evening, wherever you are watching me from and listening to me. Have yourself a blessed and a wonderful time.